The NHL's worst kept secret is now a reality. Bruce Boudreau is out as head coach in Vancouver. We'll discuss the move, how it was handled, who's replacing him, and more coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As we kind of thought and known for days and weeks now, Bruce Boudreau is finally out as head coach of the Vancouver Canucks. I think everybody kind of in attendance at last night's game against the Edmonton Oilers knew it was coming. I think Bruce knew it was coming. He even said to the media that looking at the schedule, they had a tough set of games coming up, and that afterwards, the next batch of games was looking a little bit easier. So he thought maybe he was setting things up for the new coaching staff to essentially, have a little bit of an easier go of it. We heard lots of Bruce, there it is, chants at the game last night as a way to honor him. Say what you want. The Canucks have not been successful. I think everybody understands this is a results-oriented business. I don't think anybody can really dispute the fact that the Canucks have not been living up to expectations or not doing well. So a coaching change is not a huge shocker. I think most people like myself's issue with this is really just how this has been handled. They kept trotting him out there, even though it's been known publicly for a couple of weeks now that he was going to be fired and that his successor would be Rick Tocchet, coming back off of the job of analyzing hockey on TNT this year and last year, of course, as well. Last was the head coach of the Arizona Coyotes. A lot of people ask why Rick Tocchet. I'm not really sure why. There's been some speculation that they feel he's a good candidate to kind of rein in JT Miller. If you have to bring in a coach specific to one player, your organization's in a bad spot, I'm sorry to say. Essentially, though, yes, Rick Tocchet's had a long career in the league in various roles. Not overly successful as a head coach, mind you, given, can think about where he's been working before. I'm not sure we can put it all on him, but essentially he's bringing with him a couple of long-time, successful players and, successful coaches as well. Adam Foote is going to be an assistant coach, longtime NHL defenseman. Sergei Gonchar is expected to come on as I'm not sure if his title is going to be coach. It might be like a defensive type of, consultant or a specialty development or whatever they want to call him. But essentially Gonchar and Foote are coming with them. So they do have, some good amount of experience. All former NHL players. Outside of Adam Foote, everybody has ties back to the Penguins, of course, which is where Rutherford and Allred came from. The Penguins were highly successful, so you want to hope and think they can maybe bring some of that to Vancouver, but so far we haven't seen much from Rutherford and Allred. Rutherford himself even admit that the job was way bigger and needed more of a bigger surgery than he ever thought they did when they first came on board. And I don't know. I'm not really sure that there's a lot of optimism. You would think when they fired Travis Green and Jim Benning, a lot of people thought last year or so that was rock bottom for the Canucks. They found ways to hit further rock bottom this year. It's just kind of a sad state of affairs, to be completely honest. Like I said, we haven't seen much out of the new management group to really help their coach. Rutherford took shots continuously at Bruce in the media. I get it. I understand the results weren't there, but I just thought they went about things completely unprofessional. You got to remember these people are just that. They're people as well. And I just don't know that this organization knows how to treat people with dignity and respect. Makes you really wonder, not only you got the Bruce Boudreau situation, but you got the Rachel Doerrie situation as well. Lawsuit pending against the team and many of its executives. I don't know. To me, it's just how it was handled is what I don't like about it. I hope Bruce gets another chance somewhere else because I do think that he has a lot to give, and I do think that he's a coach that will always want to coach as long as he's around. I don't know if he can really honestly give it up. He's such a dedicated, passionate hockey person and a lifer at this point of his life. So I feel bad for Bruce strictly from how it was handled and treated. At the end of the day, results matter. The job wasn't done to the point that it was justified keeping him around. The players were emotional. Bruce said that after the game, a lot of players were coming to him as a goodbye. A lot of them getting emotional. Some tears were shed on both sides. I think the players feel bad. I think the team generally really liked him. I think they had, for the most part at least. And, it's interesting. Now, there was some reports, and I don't know, I guess we'll find out over time with what appears to be working or not working. But I know Rick Tocchet obviously knows Oliver Ekman-Larsson well from his time in Arizona, same with Connor Garland. And there was reports that there was a bit of a rift or not really seeing eye to eye between Tocchet and OEL. So I'm not sure if that'll be an issue or not. We'll have to wait and see. But Rick Tocchet officially takes over. There will be a press conference later this afternoon. I believe it's 1 o'clock local time, I believe, in Vancouver. So it'll be like 4 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Atlantic, depending on what part of the country you're in. So yeah, that's it. The best kept secret is no longer that. It's finally news. Bruce, there it is now Bruce, there it was, and Rick Tocchet takes over. I don't know if he can really do much more with this team without some change in personnel, but only time will tell. But they do have a bit of an easier schedule to ease in this new coaching staff coming up. So let me know your thoughts on how it was handled, the move in general, the right people in place now. Tell me what you think in the comments. We'll discuss further. If you're new to the channel, of course, make sure you subscribe and stick around. We'll keep you up to date with the latest news, rumors, and analysis of all 32 NHL teams. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.